Alright guys, how you guys doing? Today we're going to be working on a 2013 BMW 328i. What we're going to be doing is the spark plugs, cabin filter, and valve cover. Now the valve cover is because it's already leaking. If you are familiar with BMW, that is a normal situation with a BMW. They all leak from the valve cover. It does not matter. Um, it's just that they all leak. What can you do to prevent it? Nothing. It just happens. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So you can see I'm still kind of setting up a little bit. I want to take a second to tell you guys. So I appreciate all of the subscribers, everybody that subscribed new to the channel. It's taking longer than I expected to grow the channel, but again, it's a kind of channel that you only get traffic if you need to fix something on your car. So yeah, it is what it is, but it's growing slowly. It's growing, and I do appreciate it. Hopefully, one day, I'll grow enough to actually make a few bucks. So that being said, let's get on with this. Let's get started. First things first, we're already kind of set up here. Let's zoom in a little bit, and just kind of, I'm not gonna be pinpointing everything that you're supposed to do to be able to get the job done. Some guys, they like that. Now you show every little step, how to take the bolt out, how to unscrew it, and I wish I had that kind of time to actually explain detail by detail on every little thing. But the fact is that I'm running a business. And that being said, I know YouTube is like another business and I should pay the same attention to it. But come on guys, it's hot outside. It's really hot out here. And on top of that, it really doesn't, you don't really have to explain too much. It's kind of self-explanatory. And it's just steps. It's like, right now we're gonna take 8mm bolts. And then when you're gonna put them back on, you don't wanna tie them too much just because it's a plastic setting. So you can take them off fast. There's no problem with that. But when you put them back on, put them on easy. It's not, you don't have to over tie them. You over tie it, you're gonna mess up the thread, and that's it. So this is your cabin filter. You got 8mm bolts, little screws. Put those aside. This is your cabin filter. We're gonna be replacing this guy. So you can see it has some clips on it. Okay, that's what it looks like. I don't know if you guys are getting it. Let's see how rough that is. Okay, it's a lot of dust everywhere. Pretty beat up. You can see that. So that's getting replaced with a new one, which might as well get it installed now. That way later we're not dealing with it. Okay, so this is a brand new one. We're gonna slide it in place the same way it was. guess you can't do everything with one hand. Anyway, that's how you do it. Put it in there. It has two pins that kind of snug it up on this side, and then you got to clip on your brackets that holds it, and that's it. That's how you do your intake. So now, to be able to take the cover off, we got to take all this out. The cowl, we have to take it out in order to get in there and get that done. Okay, so this sensor here, you're gonna twist and pull out. It has a little clip there. Usually it's broken like this one. You put that aside. This has a little clip here and two tabs on this side. One there, one there. So you can see, one there, one there. Throw that aside. And then on this side is the same plastic. It's just that it's made for this side. Okay? Plastic tabs on the side. You're gonna get a lot of plastic out of this. This one has a sensor here. Let's see if I remember how to take this one off. Actually, let's just unplug it. Okay, same thing, little plastic, put it aside. Now there's gonna be an 8mm bolt here and another one right here in the corner. Okay, can't miss those guys. So let's take them out, and they are different than the one that's screwed in the plastic. Just remember that. Why? Because this one actually has threads on it. Oh, not threads, fine thread. The other one is more for a plastic setting. Okay, then we got this guy here. All you do is just pull it, and it comes out. Then we got these wires. You want to get these wires off that plastic, same as this one. Okay. Pull, take that plastic out. Then we're going to have another set of wires underneath of it. You're going to have to get a little pick or a screwdriver. It doesn't matter. Okay, and there's another cover here. That brings open for another set of wires. Okay, once those are loose, man, I need a fan. And guess what? My fan, I think I left my door open and it slid off when I turn a corner. And that's some. Okay, that's that. We can kind of take this cowl out. Okay, nothing really fancy about it. What I like to do is over here, if you park on the trees and want to get a lot of debris, so when I'm here, I try to clean it out for the customers. Why not? Like this one had a screw on it. So somebody did something on this car and they lost the screw. So now I just found it. So he has these little screens, okay? Supposed to catch the debris from going down. And you tend to get a lot of stuff in there. So when you're here, just go ahead and clean both sides somewhat. And then put your little plastic back on. Okay? Yeah, you can get a little dirty, but that's okay. Yeah, on this side we got the same stuff. And essentially that is accumulates over time. And then it doesn't drain when it rains. And I think, there's another models. Okay. That's that. Now, if we're getting the cover off, we got to take this cross member out. Now, to take that, we need a flathead screwdriver or anything. So I'm gonna use this. Here in the center, there's gonna be a little cover. Twist, take that guy out. Okay. You take that guy out. Why? Because in there's a bolt that we're gonna have to take out. And then here, okay, a little bit too big, isn't it? And sometimes I don't know. What is this? T16, T14. There we go. T14 for that one. And I know it's gonna be different for the one in the center. It's gonna be a lot bigger. So let's take this guy out. So it's an E14. Okay, and then for the center, we're gonna need an extension. And I think it's a 16. Nope. A little bit bigger than that. There we go. Okay, so that's a E18. Right, don't forget that. E18 for the center. You don't have to take it all the way out since there's an open cut hole. So you can pick that up. So you can just slide it out. Okay. Don't forget to put it back in when you're gonna assemble everything back together. Okay, so now we got that. Now we gotta get the cover off. Okay. And it's Allen heads. See if I have the right one. Should have the right one. It's just a matter of finding it. Here we go. That's pretty damn close. They shouldn't be tight by all means. They should be just as snug in place. But some people, they like to tie everything. Okay, so we got 1, 2, and then there's another 2 on the back side. So I just lost it. Now I gotta track that guy. Okay. Alright guys, so it took a second to get my tool back. How to put the jack out, how to get it in here, get it all done. But regardless, now the hardest one is gonna be in this corner here. Just make sure you don't drop it. So I like to pull it with the cover itself. I got right there. Okay, so now we're exposing the good stuff. Now, what we're gonna do is, a lot of people, they unplug the wires and whatnot. We don't need to do that, but we do have to get these wires loose. Okay, so the O2 sensors, we're just gonna throw it on the side. Kind of goes around the cover. So we're gonna loosen those up. Matter of fact, for the sake of the video, Let's unplug them. Cannot mix them. Obviously, one is going to be longer than the other. Okay. Let's kind of throw them aside. Okay. Now, we're going to remove all of our coil. We got to remove our wiring harness. We got to remove our injectors. Now, the injector is a little bit tricky. They have a clip on them. Okay. Trying to show you guys, but if you look on this plastic harness right there. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So, on this plastic harness, you guys here for a second. And there, right there on top of each injector, there's going to be a clip on it. Okay, you're going to spread them legs open one at a time while you put in pressure on it so it doesn't stay back on again. So you can remove the injector harness. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now. And then you got this sensor here. You're going to move it. You got this sensor here. It's a fast clip on, pretty straightforward. This one goes down. You don't need to touch it. So we're going to open these legs. Okay. I'm going to do that to all of them. And we have the very last one. Okay. So make sure that all the clips are in place. So when you go and snug it back on again, it's just a matter of fast clip on. And we're going to have to move this out of the way anyways. Okay. Next thing is on the harness, right there in the center, there's going to be an 8mm nut for the ground wire. Do not lose or forget to put that little nut back on. Okay, if you can pick that up, there's going to be two of them. You can see some brown wires. There's going to be another one on the back. So in between cylinder 1 and 2 and 6 and 5. Okay, two little nuts. Gonna get them out of the way. And again, don't forget to put them back on. And pull that wire. We are going to go ahead and unclip all of our coils. Now, sometimes that becomes an issue because if you have never pulled them off, the wiring harness doesn't really want to come off of the coil itself. So we got to play with that as well. Now we got this sensor here, has a little clip on the side here. Okay, it's the little clip. Make sure that you do it gently, that way you don't break them. They do break. And we got this harness. And then we got the motor. Okay, so all of this, we have to hold it aside away from the cover. Okay, so if you snug it between the O2 sensor and the charging port, you can get by. And then these cables, we're gonna mess with them when time comes. But for now, we have that other way. Now, I like to typically get a screwdriver to kind of pull everything, like all the coils. Everything just wants to fall today. Then back to the magnet. Okay, so let's see, screwdriver. All right, so when they're tight in there, okay, you pull on them. Yeah, that one was easy. But you see that? That one has oil in it. So we're gonna have to clean the tips on them before we put them back on. That means that these two coils right here are getting oil. This one is dry, so that one is good. See that one? It's full of oil. So we're gonna clean them. That way we get good connection. This one is dry. So the dry ones, let's keep them all separated. This one is dry. And this one is dry as well. So we got two that were full of oil. Okay. Okay, now we gotta take the motor out. You get a sip of water. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. So right now we're gonna go ahead and remove the motor, and we have to get some torch. Actually, no, it's not that one. We're not removing those bolts yet. Let's see here. Here we go. Alright, so we got an E8. There's my ratchet. There we go. Got an E8. Got a little extension. Alright, so this thing has a little bolt here in the middle on the bottom and two on the side. We're gonna try to get the one here on the bottom first. Okay, that one right there. Now they tell you, if you listen to forums or whatever it is, Then when you're gonna remove this thing, it has a little Allen key in the back to release the tension and all this stuff, so that you don't screw it up and blah blah blah. That is not true. Okay. Here's one. That is not true. You just gotta hold the motor so it doesn't spring out. Okay. So it doesn't jump out at you. Give me 1 second. Okay. That's it. All we want. See how it was leaking? We're gonna seal that up again. This is gonna go back into place, and once you start the car, it's gonna spin back on into the groove that it's supposed to be in, and that's it. So nothing special about this guy. Okay. So now we are here. We got pretty much everything off except the vacuum PVC valve. It is all the way back here. That is always a pain in the ass to get to. And most of the time, they do end up cracking. So, why they did it like that, I have no clue. So it's a pain in the neck to get it to it. Okay, so next, we gotta get these guys. If I'm not mistaken, that's an E10. So, see here, trying to beat the rain here. There's the bolts that shouldn't fall off. So just go around the collar. That's going to be, on the center is going to be 10. The two ones here on the center, right underneath that motor, there's going to be two of them. Those, they do fall off. They got nothing holding them. So as soon as you unbolt them, take them off. That way you don't lose them. Let's go in there. For the last ones, we are going to be using the swivel. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize my extension to be a little bit thinner. That way I can move easier in the springs. Okay, make sure that you hold your stuff because apparently everything tends to fall. Big extensions are garbage. So we got that one, and right on the corner of the engine, the bike car, is going to be another one. Right on the center here, and on the back. And then right underneath of that underneath of that coil, sorry, another coil, the PVC valve, that pipe, there's going to be a bolt as well. So we're gonna have to remove that here in a second. Trying to find it's a number 10. See if any of these will work. Like always, 10 is the one that disappears. Those are not it. Let me get a bigger one. Hey, where's my ratchet? Huh. Alright, so here we got a long extension, 10 in the center there. Here's another 10 here. That one, if I'm not mistaken, does fall off. So let's pick this guy. Yeah, here we go. And then there's gonna be another 10. Okay. Alright, so everybody's loose except that line and the one right underneath it. So now we're gonna play paper scissors with this guy. There we go. There we go. We got this, guys. I don't know if you can pick that up, but you're supposed to squeeze these two guys here so it will release. And it's a bitch. It's a pain in the behind. Big pain. And I hit myself in the pinky about a week ago on a job. And right now, I crushed it. Doing this right now, pulling that hose, and still freaking hurts. Unbelievable. Alright guys, so we got all that out of the way. Essentially we should be able to pull, but our goal is going to be a little stuck. So we're going to go ahead and get a pry bar. Now you want to make sure you do it gently in case you forget something. You don't want to screw anything up. It's always going to be tight in there. And make sure double check, triple check everything. Everybody's off. It's just a matter of wiggling, making it happen. Okay, so that being said, now is when the tricky part comes to taking it off. That way we don't break anything. It's gonna get caught on this corner here, and that's what we're trying to avoid. I don't know if I have to remove that water, but soon to find out. Okay, so we might have to just open up the cover. Okay, we're gonna put that back. Well, we did this so we can remove this harness out of the way a little, so we can get a little bit more playroom. Let's remove so shouldn't got much. Don't forget to put that back on, okay? Okay, guys, here we go. Whew. Finally got it. Okay, so the cover is out. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean the area where the new gasket is gonna be going. Now this time, you might want to check your facer bolts. Okay, now you have all of them. They do break, and then that's when you start having timing issues. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're gonna get our ignition coils protector out of the way. If they get stuck, that's okay. You can remove them and put them on the cover itself. Okay. Now the best part, cleaning the backside. That's where most of the oil leaks happen. Okay. There we go. And everything. And we have a clean surface where we're gonna mount the new gasket. And the sensors are gonna hang on that way. Okay, guys, we are cleaned out. Clean that surface. Okay. So now we gotta clean our ball cover. Let me get that done real quick. Be right back. Alright, so now let's replace the spark plugs. Since we are here, let's break them all loose. The ones that were leaking oil, a little bit tighter than the other ones. Okay. Jesus, started raining. Alright guys, I gotta cover this up real quick. Alright guys, so we put the spark plugs back in. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our coils in location. Not our coils, we gotta get our valve cover gasket in place. So our cover, we gotta put it back on. And then get our sleeves in place here. Reason being is, if you try to put them with the cover on, it's a little bit harder to maneuver. And at the end of the day, it's gonna guide itself in. Okay, so let me get the new gasket on so we can start putting the cover. Be right back. Alright guys, so we just finished up this car. We did the spark plugs and the valve cover on it and an oil change. And we also cleaned out the pan oil level sensor. I wasn't able to finish recording the whole process of putting everything back together, being tight on time, but the same way you take it out, the same way you put it back on. You just gotta make sure that on that corner there, when you put in the gasket, typically I'll get a spray glue and I spray it on the cover, and then I lay down the rubber gasket. That way it doesn't come out as easy. If you just put little dots of silicone, it holds it in place, but it still does fall off. So if you want to use the glue, do that. It will save yourself a little time. But you still have to finesse and play with it to get that corner, to go over that corner over there, to be able to put that cover back on. Make sure, I can't stress this enough, that the gasket, it's on there flat. It's not twisted, it's not curled up or anything. If not, you're gonna have a major leak once you put everything back together. And then again, do not forget the grounds for the coils. Don't forget to clip the injectors and the motor. Don't forget to plug it back in. Other than that, it's the same process of taking it back together. But anyways guys, like always, share, like, subscribe, and I do thank you guys for subscribing. The channel has been growing, I don't want to say fast, but it's growing steadily, and that's always, you know, good news. That means that I'm actually helping you guys out one way or another. You might see something that you couldn't see in other videos, or maybe I didn't show enough. which it happens a lot often. Trust me, when you're trying to run a business and you don't have the extra time to lay around and complete a 3-hour job and record every little step, I know it's annoying to you guys, but it is definitely stressful when you're trying to do everything at the same time. But anyways, guys, like always, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.